So great to have Julia Sourfazian from Farmers Insurance joining me for a quick little chat about the services she offers and the benefits of her insurance. So welcome, Julia.
Thank you for having me, Angela.
Thank you for being here. I know you've been in the insurance, or at least with Farmers Insurance, for 10 years, and
Yeah.
you recently opened your own office 3 years ago. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a very fast 3 years.
Oh yeah, it goes by so fast, doesn't it? So can you share a little bit about what Farmers offers compared to other insurance agencies and what value you bring for your clients?
Of course. So one of the most important benefits of farmers insurance is that we have been ranked number one when it comes to claim service satisfaction for multiple years now. But at the same time, having a good agent on your side that takes care of servicing you in a timely manner is extremely important. And we definitely prioritize that above anything else. And another benefit of farmers is that we are a multi-line insurance agency. What that means is we're basically your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. We can help you with home, auto, business, workers' compensation, and life insurance. So this makes it extremely convenient for all of our clients to deal with just me and just our agency instead of having to call a 1-800 number and speak to so many different carriers, whether it's auto or home. So with farmers, with my agency, we can help you with all of your policies.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I work with a lot of buyers, so I think this is important because home buyers obviously have to get insurance once they're in
Yeah.
escrow before they close. But I think it's also helpful for current homeowners if they're looking to switch policies or companies. So, what do you find to be homeowners' biggest concern or their needs, their greatest needs when they're looking for insurance coverage?
Yeah, so a biggest concern I would say is usually finding better pricing, but at the same time trying to maintain good coverages. And of course, also the servicing aspect too. I get so many people letting me know they can't get a hold of their agent or they just aren't happy with the service they're being provided. So going back to maintaining good coverages, most consumers don't take the time to read their policies, or they don't have an agent that's going to explain it to them. I'm always shocked whenever I ask, a current or a future client, a prospect about their current policy. They have no idea what limit they have, what coverage they have. And you can honestly ask any one of my clients. I'm sure they're going to tell you the same thing. They're insurance pros because that's how much I want to explain to my clients what they have so they know exactly what they have.
That's a really good point, actually.
Yeah.
I've done that in the past before, so
Yep.
I completely understand. So that's great that you're going to take that time to go through it.
Yeah. And then quickly going back to your other question too with your clients, another benefit with farmers is again, since we are a multi-line agency, you get more discounts. So if you have your home, auto, business, life insurance all together, you're going to bundle everything. It's going to give you the best pricing. That's another big benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, what's important for people to consider when choosing insurance coverage?
Um,
Obviously, like you said,
yeah,
discounts is a benefit, but
yeah. I think the main thing is because I hear this all the time, Julie, I want to compare apples to apples. Don't compare policies apples to apples. When you're dealing with two different carriers, there is no such thing as apples to apples. Every company works differently, and they cover you differently. Even if they show that same limit amount, doesn't mean you're getting the same coverage. So make sure you read the policy thoroughly to know what those limits are underneath that main, coverage amount. And again, it's not your fault for assuming they work the same way. It's up to the agent to go ahead and explain to you the policy and how it works. Yeah.
agreed, agreed.
Yeah.
What would you say, because you're based out of Glendale, I'm sure you
Yep.
service a lot of SoCal.
Yeah.
What are some of, in the last couple of years, especially with our market being strange and with COVID, has been some of the bigger items that have come up for coverage?
Bigger items coming up for
Is
their
it like
specific
natural disaster?
policy.
We haven't had, I guess, I don't know. We haven't had too many fires, knock on wood, but
Mhm.
are they natural disasters, or we have had a little bit more rain in the last year and a half? What kind of issues seem to be coming up?
Yeah. state to state, it does vary. With California, our two main concerns are earthquake and fire. The
Mhm.
earthquake, insurance has been increasing over the years. And again, being in California, there's a lot of fire zones. So if you're in like the hills of Glendale or other areas, that's going to be a little bit harder for you to place coverage, or it's going to be a little bit higher because fire is the hardest part of being, covered in California. That's like the main concern. But I mean, again, with farmers, we are aware of the California issues, so we are, priced at the appropriate pricing, if that makes sense. So it's not really a concern. I mean, there's so many new things going on in the insurance industry nowadays, in most industries, but there's so much to go into. I don't know where to start. Auto insurance is changing. There has been, to explain, let's say there's $1 being put into premium. Companies are paying $1.50 on claims. That's how large the claim amounts have increased over the past from 2020 to 2023. So we're seeing a lot of tighter regulations when it comes to that. But yeah, it's a jar of worms that there's so much to talk about. But yeah, there's a lot of changes going on in the insurance industry in general.
Yeah. I mean, please expound upon that because I didn't know that either until you just mentioned it. Like, what are some of the changes we should be aware of as a consumer?
Some of the changes you should be aware of. I mean, when it comes to policy, not much. But again, like if you're a driver that has, multiple accidents, it's going to be harder for you to place coverage, or they're just going to be denying you coverage. You'd have to go to, shop around every 6 months. Another difference would be a lot of companies now, I'm just speaking in general now, not farmers, but a lot of companies now are, instead of providing month-to-month payments, they're only accepting one pay for the 6-month or 12-month term. What else? If you have a claim on your house, it's going to be harder for you to place coverage with a different company. Name a few, but
Yeah, no, that's big. And I'm sure
yeah.
if someone wanted to get more information, I'm going to leave your information at the end for them to contact you. So, one last question. You mentioned earthquake and fire. Obviously, that is a big concern in
Yeah.
parts of California, especially where we are.
Mhm.
So, are those are supplemental, correct?
They are so fire insurance. This is actually a great question because a lot of people don't know the difference between fire insurance, home insurance, and earthquake insurance. In California, fire insurance is our basic homeowners insurance package. So the homeowners package covers you for liability, if it's like a covered water loss, fire, all of that is included in a home policy. Earthquake is completely separate and flood is completely separate. So when someone says, do I have fire coverage in my home policy? Normally the fire coverage is the main coverage, and it also includes the other, homeowners coverages within the policy, and then earthquake and flood is separate.
Okay,
That
gotcha.
makes sense.
Yeah, no.
Is my home covered for fire? I'm like, yeah, that's the main coverage of your home policy. And then we also include other things that you're going to need to.
Right. And that's something they would discuss with you in particular, whether they want to
Exactly.
add it on and how they want to
Yeah.
add it on. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for taking the time to share all this
Of
information.
course.
It's super valuable. There's so much more I know going on in the insurance world. So if you have a question or would like to find out about the different plans that Farmers offers, please give Julia a call or email her. Her information is at the end of this video. So thank you again, Julia.
Thank you so much again, Angela. Talk to you soon.